In case you hadn't heard, there's a brand new event coming to Fallout 76 starting next week, and it's called the Summer C.A.M.P Challenge event. Since it is a new event, there are new rewards. Yes, new rewards finally. So, in order to get these rewards, you have to complete so many challenges 7 for one of the rewards and 10 for the other. So, let's go ahead and get into one of the challenges that you might need to complete if you decide to complete them all. And that is either make antibiotics or disease cure. So, in this video, we'll be discussing where to get the recipes for these and how to actually make them. So, stick around. So you need to make either antibiotics or disease cure to complete one of your camp challenges. Well, you've come to the right place. Be going over where to get the recipes and how to actually make it, including where to locate most of the ingredients. If you need more information about the actual event, you can look in the comment section below and I will have the links posted. I also have links to other challenges that I've already completed videos for. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and just take look at the fact that we're over here at our chemistry station. We're under healing. Disease cure forest is at the very top. The rest of them are at the bottom. Let's start with antibiotics just because that one's all by itself. So antibiotics requires antiseptic 3, blood pack, disease cure 2, purified water 2, and stim pack 3. So if you don't have disease cure, then you probably aren't going to be able to do this, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it if you really wanted to. Alright, let's go back up to forest real quick so that way I don't forget that one. So disease cure forest requires 2 blood leaf, 1 boiled water, 2 fire caps, and 2 snaptail reeds. That one's not too hard to do. Let's head back down and we'll do Toxic Valley. So Toxic Valley requires the purified water, 2 blood leaf, 2 thistle, and 2 toxic soap flower. That one might be slightly more difficult. Savage Divide, 2 firecracker berries, 2 glowing resin, and 2 blackberries. And Ash Heap, we need 2 ash road, 2 blight, 2 soup flowers. Cranberry Bog, cranberries, the just a goo, 2 of those for each, and glowing fungus 2. And disease cure the mire, we need glowing fungus 2, strangler bloom, and strangler pod 2. So some of these are going to be a lot more difficult to get than others. So let's just go over a few of these so that way you can figure out which one is right for you. Before we head out into the world, let's go ahead and go over where you can actually get the recipes for these. And also, just a side note, that you can make all the disease cure and the healing salve, just in case you're curious, at your actual cooking station, and it's just under healing. So, disease cure first. This one you know automatically as soon as you come out of the vault. So everybody has this one. It's not that big of a deal. The rest of them, they're harder to get. You learn them from mirrors in their region or daily repeatable quests in that region. There's some like little things that you might be able to do to get them, but it's all very hard to get. And it's just a random chance if you're going to get it. Now the healing salves, most of those actually drop from the mutated events. I think a couple of the disease cures might, but I don't see a definite answer to that online. So if you happen to know, let me know below. Now, as far as the antibiotics go, the antibiotics recipe can actually be rewarded from the quest Personal Matters or Earth Mover. It also can be obtained in any region and any mirror. So anywhere in world where you see a mirror, you could have the possibility to actually get that plan or recipe and be able to learn it. It also has a low chance to be rewarded for completing daily repeatable quests and events in the ash heap only. Why the ash heap, I am not exactly sure, but that is one of them. I am sure that you noticed that you need to have 2 of almost every single one of these ingredients. So before you start running around picking up stuff, make sure that you have green thumb on, because that means you have to pick one plant and get 2 of them instead of having to find multiples. The easiest disease cure that you're going to be able to make is Disease Cure Savage Divide. So that one requires 2 blueberries, 2 glowing resin, and firecracker berries. And you can get all that right here at White Springs Station. Just in case you're not familiar, most of you guys will be. Just make sure you have green thumb on, and glowing resin will spawn right here. Wild blackberries right there, and then your firecracker berries right here. So there's a little loop there that's already all planned out for you there. So you just got to do one of each of those and you'll have 2. There's more firecracker berries that spawn here. All this stuff spawns down the road and at the top of the road. If you need any more help with it, you can always refer back to the healing salve video. Toxic Valley is the next disease cure we're going to tackle real quick. So we need bloodleaf, thistle, and toxic soot flower. So the toxic soot flower is going to be right here. You just need to remember when you're doing this that the thistle is the hardest thing to get. So if you're having a hard time getting it, either you'll have to jump servers. You can refer to a video hopefully I'll have up in the next couple days about all the thistle locations that I could find. And only one person can pick the stuff. So more disease soot flower there. Bloodleaf right here. So you'll need some right there. And then my thistle, where are you at? Should be right around in here somewhere. See, I told you, thistle is the hardest one, and I know where most of these are at. It's just actually finding it that's the hardest part. It kind of blends in with everything. Here we go. Right here. Thistle. So it's not actually here right now because somebody else has already picked it. Somebody has their house up here, so I imagine that they probably farm it. But you can only one person can actually get it per server. So if you don't see it, you might need a jump world. And like I said, you need 2. So make sure you have green thumb on or you're going to be searching for a while. Or maybe just avoid this one altogether. Ash Heap disease cure requires 2 ash rows, 2 soot flowers, and 2 blight. And the best location to kind of get 2 of those is going to be Sludgeworks. It's right down from Nickel World on Tour. You can see right here, just straight down. When you load in, there's some blight over here to the right that you can pick up. And there's some to the right up here. But there's some right ahead of you as you have to actually go in. Now, blood eagles are here. So if you need to kill blood eagles, you can come down here. Otherwise, you know, just keep going. Now the soot flowers I've already went over for the Toxic Valley. So you just need to go back over that video and watch that because I'm not going to hop all over the place. Unfortunately, I did not find any soot flower up here. But there is ash rose. So there's ash rose right here. And there's some more right on this other side of this. Right there. And I do believe there's one more on the inside of there as well. Just was having a hard time trying to find it. So, but at least there's 2 locations. And like I said, if you have the green thumb on, you'll only have to pick it once. So you won't even need the other one. Let's go over the ingredients for forest disease cure. So you need 2 snaptail reed, fire caps, and bloodleaf. So 2 of each of those. And it just so happens that at the camp that I actually have, it's right here on this 11, I think is the number that's there. Basically you will find fire caps and the snaptail reeds. Now I go over bloodleaf with the Toxic Valley, and I also went over in the wonderful what's it called, healing salve video as well. So I'll just kind of put those on the map and you can see them. Anyway, fire caps, they're all over the place around here, literally all over the place. Here's a snaptail reed just kind of hanging out, but there's more fire caps that spawn up here. Usually you can kind of find them if you just kind of jump around. I farm them all the time, so it's kind of hard for me to keep up with which ones are there and which ones aren't, because I farm them so frequently. And if you need more snaptail reed for any reason, you can come down into this little river here, and there's some right underneath the bridge, some right there, and around, all the way around. There's a whole bunch. Even when I loaded in, if you just went to the right, there's a bunch there as well. So that's all of those. Now the not toxic, but the bloodleaf, you can actually find that if you go over to, where's it at? Poseidon Power Substation PX2. It's right there when you load in. You just go towards the bridge and you'll see it there in the riverbed. And then of course there's some up here at Wavy Willards as well. Alright, and for the last one we have the disease cure Cranberry Bog. The best location to get the ingredients for this, which is cranberries, 2 digested goo, and 2 glowing fungus, is down here at the Sparse Sundew Grove. Now, the cranberries, like I said, green thumb, right here. And the digestive goo is definitely the hardest one of these to get. I'm just going to let you know right now. There's several of these plants down here. You have to be real careful. So when you go up to it, if you're not quick enough or you miss it, you've missed it. And it will emit a poisonous gas. It's just like the firecracker berries can explode, and the thistle can actually let off the gas as well if you kind of trample over top of it. So you have to be ready to actually get it. So sometimes you'll be walking around and they'll be behind you and you'll see it, and it might already be too late. But just turn around and try to get it. So we'll go over here and try to open this guy up real quick and harvest. There you go. 2 digestic goo just from that. Now there is an area around here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. Is this it? Yeah. Oh, I thought there was glowing fungus down there. Could have swore there was. Well, anyway, glowing fungus, you can find that at Tunnel of Love. It's over there in the abandoned waste dump as well. Here is a random encounter where you need to fix a robot. Here's the glowing fungus. Right here. It is some, it's just in a different area, so right there. So you have regular cranberries down here. Most of them are diseased, but there are a few that are regular. There is another area up here that has another one of those things for the digestive goo, excuse me. So you can also go up there. So if you miss it, there's several of them just around here, and they only spawn in the cranberry bog, so you'll have to kind of run around. So this one I really wouldn't recommend getting, just because unless you already have most of the ingredients or you really know how to do it, it seems like kind of a fruitless endeavor. If you're wanting to make antibiotics, you might need to make blood packs, and you might also need to make antiseptic. Like I said, I wouldn't actually make this one as your challenge, because you have to have disease cure. So if you don't have that, I really wouldn't do it. But just in case, there's ticks here. I have to kind of move fast because they start killing them. And then there's industrial cleaner. So this will give you antiseptic right here. The industrial cleaner will. I do believe there's another one that kind of spawns over here, if I'm not mistaken. And then stem packs in case you need that. They're here most of the time. But the ticks, they actually give you a chance to get the sac. The sac will actually give you antiseptic, but the one that you would actually need is the blood. You need 2 blood to make the blood packs. So with that being said, you probably need to farm more ticks. So this is the location I went to, is Moonshiner's Shack. But like I said, that has the industrial cleaner in there, which is really nice. The other location is Dollyside's Wilderness. I would definitely hop over there and see if you can find some ticks. Normally if you kind of load in and you just go to the left, right in front of you you'll see a Yao guy, but if you go to the left, normally a bunch of ticks will attack you. So that's another good location to farm some ticks as well. Kind of ended that last recording a little prematurely, but this is where I was at. I was standing right here next to this tick. Still the Moonshiner Shack. You just go over to the second building, and this is the one that has the antiseptic right here. So that's the big industrial cleaner right there. I would also equip scrappers, so that way you get more bang for your buck, basically. So when you go to actually break things down, you'll get more stuff, basically. Hopefully this video has helped you if you need to make disease cure or antibiotics. I hope that you get all the rewards that you're seeking. And if you guys learned anything new or you enjoyed this video, please remember to give me a big Vault Boy thumbs up. And go ahead and nuke that subscribe button on the way out. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys make this possible, especially my channel members. You guys are rock stars. I could not do this without you, and I truly appreciate every single one of you guys. I love you, and I will see you in the wasteland. Take care.